When in my Roblox time, a lot of games have been really popular and fell down. And we're going to be watching all of those games in this video. Okay, let's see.
Game and making billions of Robux. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, abandoning it while the account is going down.
Oh yeah, it's sad.
Exactly what happened to Jandel and many others before him. To find out why this happens, we need to look at their stories.
Yeah, why?
One by one. Starting with Dead Rails. Now I know why it's called Dead Rails. Dead Rails is a roguelite apocalyptic survival game where you have to escape to Mexico, and you know...
I've never played Dead Rails, but I did not know that it's Mexico.
Oh, not this guy. Poison, would you believe me if I told you this game was the #1 game on Roblox just a few
I
years ago?
don't really remember that because I never played Dead Rails.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was overtaken by some of the games I'll talk about later in this video. But for now, let's talk about Rico Miller. Who is Rico Miller, you ask?
Well, he's the creator of Dead Rails, you dumbo.
Poisoned.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, Dead Rails wasn't always this successful. Let's go back to one of his first games, Fisch Arena,
And crab minigames.
which are unfortunately unavailable to play. But another game he made called the Night Shift Experience, which was created back in 2023, is still up, and the gameplay is not so great.
Yeah, this sucks.
But even with 100 players, Rico wanted more. He wanted something bigger, something with millions of players, so he got to work.
This will be massive.
And
That's when Dead Rails was born.
Okay, the game quickly rose to the top, giving Rico the spotlight on Roblox. Players were enjoying the game and came back to try and beat their high score.
Okay, that's good. Clap it up for Rico.
Yeah, about that. The updates were painfully slow, and most of them were just bug fixes. But if Rico keeps delaying and taking too long on updates, this could lead to the game's downfall. After 1 month and 13 days, Rico finally dropped a major update that would change the game forever. This hooked the players even more. Big content creators like Flamingo started posting videos, and Dead Rails exploded in popularity.
Clap
Rico
it
was
up
finally living their dream.
again.
Eventually, Dead Rails reached the #1 spot on Roblox. With a passionate fanbase, Rico was on top of the world. Wait a minute. This video is about the biggest games that fell off. So how did
Yeah, buddy.
90% of their player base when it's so successful?
Dead Rails is the #1 game on Roblox.
There has to be more to it.
Yeah, you're right. How can this game just die out? The fan base is strong, the lore in this game goes deep. The graphics might not be the best, but the content on this game is amazing. And the updates are crazy. Wait a minute. It's been right there in front of us this whole time. If we start looking deeper, you start to see a pattern.
Is Dead Rails slowly dying?
It is. Updates have been mediocre at best. Rico needs to pump out big updates fast before his game dies completely.
Players were starting to get bored, and the charm Dead Rails had was slowly fading away. And this is Rico now.
Oh, heck
You feel
no.
old yet? Dead Rails was now a thing in the past, losing over 90% of its player base.
Ooh.
Now hopefully the next games won't suffer the same fate, or will it? I don't know. Just keep watching to find out, because right now we are at the first stop. Welcome to Fisch. Wait, what is Indigo doing here?
Oh, look at me. I'm having so much fun fishing. Hopefully nothing bad will happen that will literally ruin this game
I remember when Fisch was popular.
completely with a bunch of pay-to-win stuff in it. Oh my god.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses. Before we even get into that, let's talk about the beginnings. Well, you see, just like Dead Rails, Fisch was also one of the biggest games on Roblox for a short period of time, until it had a tragic downfall. But unlike Dead Rails, Fisch had a comeback. But how? By looking at the surface level of the game, it just looks like a boring, time-wasting, repetitive, pointless game. But if you look a little deeper, it's actually a relaxing game.
You know what?
Yeah, when
This
you
is
like
kinda
sit
relaxing.
there AFK for
You
hours.
know what? Life isn't promised.
Fisch was created by a developer named Woozy Nate, who was officially released on October 5th, 2024. The main objective of the game is to catch fish, sell them for profit, and complete the bestiary by catching every single fish in the game. The game is inspired by Stardew Valley's fishing mechanics and the game Fishing Simulator. But why play Fisch when you can just play Fishing Simulator? Well, because this game is kinda trash. But also, the owner of Fisch was kind of a genius. There was a game trending during this time called Souls RNG, where you would spin for auras cameras basically and try to get the best aura in the game. 2x luck and I get this. And Nate kind of implemented this in his own way, where there was a chance you could get a mutation on your fish, and the better the mutation meant the fish was more rare. Nate would keep updating the game almost every day, and from there, Fish spiked in popularity because of how simple the gameplay was, how relaxing it was, and the game barely had any pay-to-win mechanics. Even though there was a few game passes that would make your life a little bit easier, it wasn't completely broken. The game had no signs of falling off. Not soon after, the game was the #1 game on Roblox. While things were looking great for Fish, one major problem occurred that would literally destroy everything Nate had built. A company named Two Big Studios that buy popular games had their eyes on Fish.
There is no way he would sell his game.
Here, you can have the game.
Wow, that easily?
No, selling his game to this $1 million company would be the start of Fish's downfall.
It became so much worse than I ever could have possibly imagined.
Fish has started to look like this, with only 143,000 active players. Yeah, that's a lot, but where did the 700,000 people go?
Wow, it's finally happened. Fish has gone down 100.
Fish had now become one of the forgotten games. They tried to revive the game with big updates, like the Megalodon, the Lego collab, and they added a second sea. Yeah, they added a second sea. Like, is this One Piece? What is going on with this game, bro? And you gotta beat the Terraria boss to get the second sea. Nice. They tried everything to bring the people back on the game, but it wasn't enough. The trust Nate had built with his community was now broken. So I guess this was the end of Fish. We saw what happened to Dead Rails. So how does Fish really come back from that? Well, there is one thing that can save Fish, and that is by getting Too Big to give back the game. But that would never happen in a million years because Too Big is just too greedy.
You can have the game back.
What? The news got out. People found out that Nate was back on the game, and you would think people wouldn't really care after what Too Big did. But surprisingly, people started getting back on the game.
It has made the biggest comeback in Roblox history.
The game that probably nobody expected to make a comeback is actually making a comeback.
Fish.
Wow, they actually did it. Right
Wow,
now, Fish
that's
has over
amazing.
100,000
Clap it
people
up.
active, which is a lot more than they had before. It is nice to see a comeback story, and hopefully we can say the same thing about the next game. The game I'm talking about is Grow a Garden. From being the most popular game in the world and breaking world records to losing.
Yeah, this is just so sad. Just fell down all of a sudden.
Now we all know the story about Grow a Garden. It was made by BMW Lux, also known as Adrian and Jandel. Also how BMW Lux scammed, backdoored, false banned, DMCA abused, and doxed. Oh, you didn't know that part. Before we even get into all that, let me tell you what Grow a Garden is if you don't know already. You buy a plant it, it grows, and then you sell it. And then you do this again.
Buddy, I think we all know how to play Grow a
Why
Garden.
are kids so addicted to this game? Well, it's all FOMO. And Grow a Garden uses this with the seed restock, egg restock, updates, events, the weather events, etc. The fear of missing out. If that one seed, egg, event, or whatever you've been waiting for finally comes, you will drop everything you're doing and get on the game. They use all these dark tricks to keep a player hooked. And still, the game is slowly dying. There has to be something wrong here, because this game was literally the #1 game in the whole world.
Yeah, like
so I
I
decided
said,
to bring
just so
Indigo with
sad.
me to see if we could figure out what the problem with the game is. And you will not believe what we found. So the first thing Indigo did, joining my game, is steal my one fruit I've been stacking mutations on for months. Did you just...
What?
Why did you steal it?
I got a moon melon though.
Did you just steal it? Yeah, I could already tell this game brings out the evil in people by the first minute we're playing. With that out the way, we started looking more into the game and saw a bunch of pay-to-win stuff. And let me tell you, they were not cheap. They added the Game Pass?
749 Robux. Yeah, bro. Oh my god. You go in
I bought that.
for an exotic spooky chest.
This could be the big reason to why the game is slowly dying. So we agreed to not fall for their scams and buy these things because that will go against everything I've been saying.
Oh, I got a legendary!
Are you for real?
Yes, I got a legendary.
Okay, I think it's time for us to get off this game before we go broke. After saying goodbye to Indigo, I decided to look more into the game. Found out that Grow a Garden is owned by Too Big. And we saw what happened to Fish. And also Jandel leaving Grow a Garden to work on a new game. And not only that, Grow a Garden was overtaken by other games. And I think that was the final nail in the coffin. And now finally, the BMW Lux situation. A user on Twitter named Joshua is Tweeter posted a long thread saying BMW Lux scammed him and backdoored him and took all the money from a group where they had a 50-50 revenue deal. And then Joshua exposed him for scamming him, so BMW Lux decided to share Joshua's whole location and where he lives in a Discord server.
Oh my god, why the heck would he do that?
Garden does not look good, but only time can tell what will happen with the game. If you think this video was great, you will probably enjoy this one as well, where I talk about the worst and the best games.
If you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. See ya. Peace.